Hey everybody, thank you for joining me again. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do another version of my 4-to-2 system. A lot of you guys really don't understand how strong this system really is. So there's two ways that you can play it. I just recently showed it, and what we did was we started off with one number, and then we would go to 2, and then we'd go to 3, and then we'd go to 4, and then we would go down to 3, and then we would go down to 2. And we would leave it at 2. So that's the first way that you could play it. If you didn't see that, you'll see a title called 4-to-2. And you guys can watch that and see the difference between the two ways that you can play it. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to play it where we start with 4 numbers. And then we work our way down to 2 numbers, okay? So this is a top 5 strategy regardless of how you play it. You could play it either way. And today we're going to play it a different way, okay? All right, so Sweet Pea is really feisty right now. He's wanting to fight me in a friendly way. But, so he's a little more aggressive today with me. I think he's mad that I left him in the studio by himself last night. You were locked in the studio last night, dude. All right, here we go. Don't be trying to beat me up, Sweet Pea. I need to grab, come on, man. We got people watching, bro. All right, here we go, guys. You're going to wait for the come out roll. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go on 4 of the numbers. It could be any 4 that you want. It doesn't matter, okay? Those are the numbers we're going to go with. Here we go. Okay, there's a 6. Okay, now what we're going to do is we want to use common sense on our money management. Why do most people lose is because of money management. That's probably 90% of the reason why that you're losing in this game is because you don't know how to manage your money properly. So when you get that hit, we're going to go ahead and press that. Okay, now we have to reduce 1. Because you go from 4 to 2. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the 5. We're going to rack that. Okay, here we go. There's a 4. Okay, we're going to get 2 there. Okay, that's going to leave me now with just 2 numbers. That is the goal. You want to go from 4 to 2. When you get to 2, there is no coming down, only if you are going to cash out. If you're going to cash out, you've made enough profits and you just want to leave, pull them down and leave. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and press the 9, only 1 unit. So no matter what happens, we're totally fine. We're really only in this for this unit and this unit. That's it. And this little red one. Everything else was coming from the profits. All right, so what we want to do is we want to hit one of these, and then at that point, we can go ahead and come down if we want to. Okay, here we go. Oh, we didn't get a chance to, okay? So no big deal. We probably ended up breaking even because we failed to hit one of our press final 2. All right, that's going to happen. You're going to have a low percentage chance of constantly being successful, but when you really, really pay attention, I would probably say like 60, 70% of you guys who watch this video will not truly appreciate it like some of the more professional players, okay? Because there's certain things that you're going to start picking up on that you're going to be able to really understand and appreciate what you're about to see. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's an 11. And we have a 9. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and pick our 4 numbers that we want. And we're going to go with the 6 and the 8, the 10, and the 5. Okay, those are the ones that we decided to go with. Those are our 4. Here we go. All right, so that's a perfect thing that just happened because it's going to show you how the levels work, okay? Now, I came up with a system that I put together because I analyzed just from experience what was happening with the laddering system. And your typical laddering system, which is usually played by someone like Waylon and myself, where we're very aggressive with every time that this number comes out, we ladder it up. And we always are teaching you, up, it comes out again, ladder it up. It comes out again, ladder it up. Well, sometimes that works really, really great. But when that number right here gets extremely hot, it creates a really big problem for the potential that you could actually lose, and it could really damage your bankroll. So what I came up with was what I call Jimmy's Way. Jimmy's Way is going to refer to a unit sizing formula. And what it does is it gives you 3 opportunities for every level that you are on. So this is level 1, where level 1 is only 1 unit. Now this could be, your level 1 could be 2 red units. Okay, or it could be 1 green unit. That's up to you to decide what budget you want to start with, okay? With us, we're starting with the green unit. So this is level 1. So level 1 now has failed to be successful. Sweepy, get down from there. So it's failed to be successful. So normally, the laddering would require you going 2 green, 2 green, 2 green, 2 green. And if this comes out early again, that's when you start having the problems. So we go with Jimmy's Way, which is a 3 chance opportunity for every level. It stays the same unit size for 3 straight attempts. Every time if you end up being successful and you end up with profits, you go back to level 1 with the first opportunity. Okay? You have to become a master at being able to recognize which level to go down to based on how you're doing in the session. You also have to become a master in this game on the money management of when to know to reduce your units down in the middle of the game. If you fail with that right there, you will never be successful in this game. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lose this. All right? And we're going to go and stay on level 1. We're going to use Jimmy's Way, and we're going to go level 1, opportunity number 2. Okay, here we go. 6 will be the point. Okay, so we're going to go with the same unit sizing, and that's it. Okay, here we go. Okay, and that's exactly what that's why how strong Jimmy's Way is right there. Because we would have just lost 2 green, 2 green, 2 green, and 2 green. Instead, we're only losing the minimum because we're playing Jimmy's Way unit sizing, or basically unit structure, okay? So we are gonna lose again, but we're minimizing it. And that was the second time that we failed. So we get 1 more chance on this level. So sometimes you might have 2 unsuccessful ones, and your third one is the gold mine, okay? Okay, right now, that 7 is really hot. Okay, there's a 10. And that's why I came up with Jimmy's Way, was because I realized that when those 7s get hot, they get hot and they keep coming out, and it will destroy you if you're just constantly being aggressive and going up, laddering and laddering and laddering. You don't want to do that. This is the new way to play, okay? So this is your last chance. This is your very last chance here with level 1, because this is your third opportunity. You have failed 2 times in a row. And there you go again. The 7 is just too hot. We literally have lost 3 consecutive PSOs. 0.7 out. 3 in a row. We didn't even get 1 hit. We lost all 3 times. Now, imagine if you laddered up again. You would have had 3 units, 3 units, 3 units, 3 units. think about how much you would be down right now. But Jimmy's Way saved you. It saves you. You're still losing, but you're hanging in there. Now you go to level 2. But on level 2, you get 2 chances, or 3 chances. You get to do Jimmy's Way again for 3 opportunities on level 2. The only reason why that this system works is because of Jimmy's Way structure. That is the only reason why. And it works because it's reducing your risk. If you were able to hit one of the 4, then it goes down to 3. And then it goes down to 2, and you leave those 2. So the structure of this system is what makes it a top 5 system, okay? All right, so we do got to go to 2 units this time, all right? And we're going to go with the 9, the 4, and the 10, okay? We're going to throw 5 in for a vig. All right, there's our 4. We're happy with that. Let's see what happens. 6. Okay, now watch this, guys. Watch this. We're going to get 3 units. We're going to give them 1 red back. So think about this right here. Just that 1 hit right here literally has given you back almost 1 of those 7s that you failed on. Just on that 1 hit, okay? So now, do you rack it? You're like, oh, I'm down. I got to retrieve some units. I got to get some units back. Should I rack this here? The answer is no. The answer is no. You are to keep that because that's going back in as an investment. However, you do have to come down on something. So you've got to figure out which one you want to come down on. So we're going to come down on the 4. You will rack the 4, but you will press one of these 3 remaining. And we're going to go ahead and press. Now, here's another thing that I want to teach you. Should you press where you press each one a quarter or a green? Should you press a green unit and spread it out equally? 99% of you do that. And 99% of you are wrong. Okay? What you want to do is you want to put the whole thing on one of those boxes. The reason why is that the goal of pressing is you want to do it where if you're going to use your profits to press, you want to do it all on one of the numbers. If you get more profit, then you can spread it out to the next number. The reason why is you get a bigger reward for what you're doing. This little extra green unit here is not going to make or break me, but it's going to allow me here to really have a big financial gain. Okay? All right, here we go. If we're successful, but remember, we're only on level 2 with our first option. Our first attempt. Okay? We get 3 attempts. Here we go. Okay, 6. All right, now that's going to be 3 units. We're going to give them a red, 3 green. And now we have to come down on something else because we can only do 2. So we're going to come off of the 10. You're going to rack the 10, but you're going to put this on your 6. And you're going to have to put 3 more over here of red. And now you have both of your final ones invested. And you have a great opportunity if you hit one of them. That is what's going to get back the unsuccessful opportunities that you had previously, that you failed with. All right? Now here's the good news. If you hit one of these 2, you can go ahead and reduce it all the way back to level 1, opportunity 1. Every time you do that, you prevent yourself from having to keep going up too high. It's up to you of how you manage that based on how you're doing on the session. Okay, there's 3. Another 3. An 8. Unfortunately, we hit the one that we don't have. And that is going to happen a lot. You are going to have a very low percentage rate here when you only have 2 out of 6. Okay? So now, in this particular spot, we want to work a come out. There's no reason not to work the come out. Your job is to get a hit. And if you would get a 6 or a 9 here on the come out and you weren't working, you just lost that opportunity. And if you do get the 7, oh well, that's just the way it goes. Because there's no mathematical difference right now on this come out roll. There's no mathematical difference at all. All right? And remember that the majority of all of this right here is your profits that you've already got. So we're only in for this for 2 green units on each one. Here we go. We're working. A 2. We're going to redo it. A 9. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see exactly what I'm saying? Most of you guys would have been, I'm off, and you would have just missed out on that opportunity that'll let you change your entire situation to where you can go in comfort zone now without any risk. Okay, so now you're going to get this much. Hold on one second. Okay, you're going to get that much. So you're going to get 2, 4, 6 green and 5 red. Now you're going to rack that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to analyze your rack and say, you know what? I've started off really bad. I literally had to deal with 3 7s in a row that took my entire amount of my 4 units I had out there on every single box number. That happened to me 3 times in a row. Is that going to keep happening in this game? Probably not. So what you want to do is you want to use this perfect opportunity to go ahead and reset as if you're starting the game over. Level 1, opportunity number 1. And this is going to allow you to catch up just like this. And now you have 1 unit on the 9 and you're restarting over. And what you're going to do now, because you're even right now. You are completely even right now. So there's 2 ways that you can do it. You could go ahead and put all 4 of your units out on each box number, or you can revert back to the other way of playing the 4-to-2 system. The other way, if you didn't see that, we'll go and start with 1 unit and then go to the next number and then go to the next number and then to the next number, and it'll have all 4 at that point if you're still alive, and it'll start reducing it back to 2. We're going to do that because we're even right now and we're in the middle of a shooter. And there we go. So we made the correct decision to revert back to this way. If we didn't do that decision, we would have just lost 4 of those box numbers in a row. Instead, that's why this way of playing it is very smart. That's why I showed it to you the first time. But that doesn't mean that when you start with 4-to-2, it won't be successful, because it will. All right, so we're going to lose that unit, and now we're just starting over. We're even, guys. We're down probably 1. We're down 1 green chip. That's even as far as I'm concerned. All right, so that's a 5. All right, so now we're going to go back to our normal way. There we go. All right, here we go. A 5. That's the only one we don't have there. That and the 10. All right, so should you work here? It's a preference, guys. We're going to be off. Okay, it's a 4, so we would have had 2 green units right there. 8. Okay, so we want to reinvest immediately, and we're going to reinvest on the 6. we're going to rack the 5, and we're going to come down on the 4. We're coming down on the 4 because the 4 already hit, and it's a low percentage chance. These are going to give you a higher percentage chance. That doesn't mean that a 4 is not coming, but we just are using math. Okay, and there goes the 7 again. All right. Now, in this particular case, at least we only lost with 3 of our box numbers. This green and red really doesn't count. That was house profit right there. So we're only losing these 3. But it's still a loss. And that counts as what? Option or opportunity 1 is down the drain. So you're on level 1, opportunity number 2. Okay, that's a hard 10. Same level, same amount. Here we go. Okay, we're going to hit the 8. We're going to invest, rack it, come down on 1. We're going to come down on the 4. 7 again. Okay. A lot of 7s in this session. Okay, that is our failed second attempt. Final attempt on level 1. Wow, we're hitting all these little ones, man. That's why I love playing the crapless. My favorite is the crapless. I like that. I prefer the crapless more than anything. Okay, so we're going to go 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. Third and final attempt at this level. A 12. 6. Okay, let's go ahead and press our 6. Remove our 4. 2 again. 3. This is crazy how many 2s and 3s we're rolling right now. How many extremes? There's a 4. 6. That's why you press. That is exactly why you press. That is huge for you, okay? So now you're going to remove 1. You're going to go with the 5 you're going to remove, and you're going to put 2 units. 2 units on that because you're pressing. You're pressing the 5, okay? So we have to remove one number. We're going to remove the 9. Did we hit, no, we got one more to go, right? Yeah, we got one more to go. All right, here we go. 6. All right, so you hit your press number 2 times. Going to give you 3 units for 1 red. And now we get to remove the 9 or the 5, okay? And guess what? We're racking the entire thing because we already pressed both of our numbers already, okay? Now, if you look at your rack, you could say, well, should I come down? The answer is definitely not. Definitely not. This is what the way the system works. Here you go. Okay, there's a 12. A 9. All right, that always sucks when you pull the wrong one. Another 9. Ah, that sucks for us. Okay, so are we on level 2? The answer is no. You're not on level 2 yet because you broke even. You broke even there. So you got one more chance still on level 1. You only go up if you failed. Breaking even is not failing. Okay, point will be a 9. So right now the 9 is hot. So you definitely want to do the 9 here. We're going to go 9, 10, 4, and 6. 3. 8. 11. 6. Let's press our 6. Let's get rid of our 9. 3. Heck, if I could bet the 3, I would. 11. 4. There we go. There we go. That's 2 green. All right. Now I have to come down on 1. I'm going to come down on the 10. And I'm going to ask myself a question. Do I want to press my 4 or do I want to put that towards the 6? I'm going to go ahead and put it towards the 6 and add 2 more of my own, red. Okay? So I'm going to keep my 4 the same. I could even move my 4 to any number that I want. So I'm going to actually move it to the 8 and add a red chip. That's my option. If I hit this, I could press this. Or I could come down, whatever I want. Okay, there's a 10. And there is the dang 7 again. So we're not really getting anywhere. And once again, based on what I'm seeing here, I'm going to go ahead and make the call because it looks like I've lost another 4 green here. I'm going to go ahead and make the call and go and advance to level 2. So I am now going to level 2, first opportunity. 4 is the point. So we are going to go 50. I'm going to go with the 5 because I haven't seen a 5 in a long time. So we're definitely going to go with the 5. We're going to go with the 6, the 8, and the 10. Okay, here we go. 9. Now we should have went with the 9 because the 9's hot. I forgot about that. There's our 5, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to go 3 units here. We give them 1 red. And we're going to go ahead and press the whole thing on the 10. And we're going to remove our 5. Now we're down to 3 numbers. Remember, the concept is to go from 4 to 2. Okay, here we go. 5. Unfortunately, we just got rid of it. 8. That's perfect. Okay, we're going to get 3 green and give them 1 red. Okay, now we've got to come down on something. Let's go ahead and come down on the 6. Okay, we're going to add and press that, which means we got to add 3 more red. And now we have our 2 final contenders. Our 8 and our 10. We have to hit one of those to be successful. Okay, here we go. Nope. That 7 wants to be strong today. We're really getting nowhere right now. Now let's see if we count that as a loss or a break even. Let's see. Okay, we count it as a loss because all of our profit was on the 6 and the 10. So we didn't make anything. We lost. So we are going to go to opportunity 2 on level 2. 8 will be the point. All right. So we want to focus on the strong numbers, which are the 9, the 6, the 8, and we will go with the 4. Those are the strongest numbers right now. The 7 is the strongest of all of them right now. That 7 is killing us, man. We've had at least 3 or 4 PSOs on this session. And that's what happened to us the last time that we played the same system. All right, so we have to go to level 3 we have to go to level 2. We stay on level 2, but opportunity number 3. Last opportunity on number 3, or on number 2, level 2. Okay, that'll be a 4. Okay, we're going to go with the same ones. The same hot ones. Okay, here it goes. Last chance for level 2. 6. We got to give them 1. Okay, we're going to put that whole thing on the 6. Okay, we got to pull 1. We're going to go ahead and pull the 10. Here we go. And a 7 again. Okay, we are on level 3, opportunity 1. 7. 7. 6. Okay, we got to go 3, 3. Let me get some change. Okay. Let's go 3 on the 9, and that's it. There's our 4 numbers. Level 3, opportunity 1. 6. We don't have a 6. All right, I'm going to go ahead and work this come out. 6 again. 6 again. Okay, I'm going to work 6 again. All right, that's 4 6s in a row. 9. Okay, we're going to get that, and we got to pull 1. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull. We're going to pull the 4. We're going to use this to put it right on that 9. The whole thing. Okay, here we go. 8. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull. It's a tough one. We'll go ahead and pull the. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this whole thing on the 10. And we're going to go ahead and pull the 9. But we're going to double what we have on the 8. There we go. So we got nice chunks on the 8 and the 10. I went with the 10 because we haven't hit one in a long time. There's a 9. Unfortunately, we pulled the wrong one. 6. Okay, we're going to work the come out. Ah, you got to be kidding me, man. This session is going really bad, guys. But a lot of you guys will watch this right here, and you won't play this because of what you're seeing. And that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to level, we're on level 3, opportunity number 2. 11. A 10. I knew that 10 was coming, guys. I knew that 10 was coming. All right, so we're going to go now. We're still on level 3. We're going to go here. We're going to go right back on that 10. I'm going to get some green. We're going to go 3. And I like that 9. That 9's hot. That 9 is definitely hot. All right, here we go. There's our 4. 3. 10. There it is. I knew that 10 was coming, guys. I knew it. All right, so that's a good one. We're going to get that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and reduce the 4. But we're going to use this on our 6. Here we go. 6. There we go, guys. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right, so we got there we go. All right. Now we're going to remove our 10 and we're going to put this on the 9, the whole thing. The whole thing goes on that 9. That's just the way you got to do it, guys. You're getting all these opportunities over and over and over and over. The whole point is to hit these final 2 when they're pressed and to press them up. That's the whole point of the system. Okay, here we go. 4. 6. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to analyze our situation. Do we use this opportunity to get back on the right track and reduce it back to a specific level? Okay, that is the question. All right, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to go ahead and press my 6 with the entire amount that I just received. I'm going to go for the 6 or the 9. Here we go. 8. 9. There it is. There it is, guys. That was a big one. Okay. All right. So that is going to be. Okay, hold on one second. That's what you got right there from that one hit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to rack this up. We're going to come down. Okay. So right here puts us in profit. We are in profit, guys, right now. Not a lot, but we're in profit. We overcame all of the negativity, okay, that we were facing. All right, bear with me. Okay, so right now we are in profits, guys. We overcame it again. Okay, so right now we're up 3 black units. 3 black units. And we've had nothing but struggles. But the reason why this is a top 5 is the structure as I've explained to you. Okay? A lot of you guys that are watching it, you've already clicked off of this. You ain't even watching no more. As soon as you start, this system sucks. That's how 90% of you guys will see this system, as it sucks. Because you don't understand math. You don't really understand why I'm the best player. And then when I tell you I'm the best player, I get criticized. It's just the truth. The only way you're going to be as good as me is if you copy me. Might sound cocky, but it's just facts. All right, so we're back to where we want to be. And what are we going to do? We're going to reverse the system to start with 1 unit now and build it up to 4 because we're up. And we want to relax for a little bit. We had a really struggle. After every roll, you got to go on. You got to go back on. After every roll, you got to add. Okay, there's that 7. So instead of losing 4, we only lost 2. All right, we're starting over. Here we go. This time we're up in profits. And hopefully, if we're successful here, now what level are we on? We're on level 1, opportunity 1. Okay? there's our selections. Let's see what happens. 9, 7, 2, level 1, 6, 10, 6. All right, now we've thrown 3 numbers and we haven't even hit 1. So that's always a bad sign. I hate when that happens, but it is what it is. We're going to work to come out. 4, there we go. We don't work that, we lose out on 2 green units right there. We're going to take those 2 green units and we're going to put them on the 5. I'm going to remove the 9. I haven't seen a 5 in a while. 8. 'Kay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add that whole thing to my 5, and I'm going to go with my 5 and my 4 here. 3, 2, 3. Boy, I wish we were on a crapless table. 5, there it is. There it is. That's what you call navigation right there. All right, so we've got, this is what we're going to get here. Hold on. 1 second here. What we got here? Yeah. There we go. All right. We're going to rack that and we're going to come down. Why did we come down? Because we just got back all of the loss that we had, and I think we made a profit there. Let's find out. Okay, always keep track of where you are. Okay, so we went up. We went up. We made money. We made units there. We made units, okay? All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to start it back in the reverse roll where we go from 2 to 4 and then 4 to 2. 5, 8, 6, 'Gonna get rid of, oh wait, I gotta go to my 4 now. I'm gonna go with my 10. Instead of reducing it, I gotta go up one more because I gotta hit 4 before I start to retrack. 4. Okay, we're gonna work to come out. 6, there it is. Once again, if we don't work that come out, we don't get 3 green units. Give them 1 red. And now I'm going to go ahead and press my 8. I'm going to leave my 6 there. I'm going to remove my 9. And that was the, yeah, we worked the come out. So that's the point is a 6, I believe, right? Okay. So we got 3 units left. So we need to hit 1 more to bring it down to 2. 3. 4. 11. 11. 8. There it is, right there. That's a big one. There it is. Okay, so now we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and reduce our 10, or remove our 10, and we're going to go ahead and come right down and do 1 box number on level 1 just like that, okay? And we're gonna just, that's what we're doing. Okay, there's a 3. And there's a 5. Now that 5 is gonna pay for our 6. 11. That's it. We got all 4. A 10. A 6. Okay, that's going to give us 3, 5. Okay, we got to pull one. We're going to press our 6 and pull our 5. We're down to 3, and we're going to work this come out. And there's the 7. So the 7 unfortunately kills our dream on our last shooter, and we're going to lose this last of this money here, or this these chips, these units here. We're going to lose those units, okay? And that's going to complete our session. This is exactly what we started with, okay? This is exactly, you got 5 black here, 5 black here, and then you got everything we started with is right there. This is what we're walking away with, okay? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 black units. That's what we're averaging every time we play this. Now you just gave up a black unit on that last 7 out, but you don't know how long you could have rolled with that last one, so you got to go for it because you're working on house chips, house units. There's nothing to worry about no more. So once again, I have proven why this is the top 5. It's the structure. It's the money management. Okay? This is designed for a professional player. This is a professional player strategy right here. And only a professional player will really understand what we're doing. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Do me a big favor, hit that like button, and support the channel by going to jimmymastery.com and getting a private video. Thanks, guys.